Hi there, Capricorn. Welcome to my channel. This is Yetta Pearl. Perhaps you can hear there's a bee, a great big fat bumblebee on the phone right now. Oh, is he going to get in the... Actually, I don't know if it's a bee. He's not yellow, he's just black and white, but he's big. Anyway, nice looking fellow. Anyway, tangent there. So this is Yetta Pearl. Welcome to my channel. So I was getting some feedback on my Facebook page that people really enjoyed seeing my face instead of just the cards. So I decided to extend that to the YouTube channel as well, and so here I am. And so also I was recently talking with my guardian angels, and I was asking them how to increase the number of subscribers on this channel, and they said to ask you guys. So obviously you're in charge of that, how many subscribers there are. So I am directly asking you to please hit subscribe, and please also share this with anybody that you think would find value. And I appreciate it very much. So when I get to 100 subscribers, I will be doing a draw for a free personal reading for one of you. And so I'm really looking forward to getting to know somebody just a little bit better. Right? Yes, it's going to be awesome. So this is your general reading for August 9 through 15 of 2021. And because it's a general reading, it may not completely resonate with every one of you. Only parts of it might. And so that's just perfect. Just take what resonates, leave the rest for somebody else. That's theirs. Okay, so we're almost ready here. So this is your guardian angels who I talked to before I started the reading, and I invited them in to come and give your messages, things that maybe they've been trying to get your attention, or maybe you haven't been, there's that guy again. Maybe you have been not trusting the energy that you've been receiving the messages. So here we are, learning what it is that your guardian angels want you to know. Well, this looks pretty good. It does look pretty good. So some of you are experiencing an ending. It's a cycle. That's what your angels want you to know. It is a cycle, and it's natural, and it's the way life goes. Things can't always be up and perfect, nor can they always be low and crappy. Things are up and down, and the extent to which you feel those things is kind of a personal choice that you get to say how much something's going to affect you, and you do that by knowing yourself, by being familiar, by being confident in your own self, by having your own power all the time, right? And you do that by being authentic and by knowing your own worth, right? Which you do. They're just telling me that you sometimes question whether you are doing things right or whether you're on the right track in life or things like that. Even when it seems like there's a lot of obstacles and there's a lot going on and you have to deal with so much and you get kind of stressed out and there's so much to do and so much to think about and so much to decide. You can lower your workload, and you can do that very successfully without neglecting anything. It's a choice, though. You can't take everything onto your plate. There will be some things that you'll just have to say, I can't. I'm not going to do that, because that would stretch me too thin, right? So, to the people around you, if you're used to always saying, yes, let's do that, and, for whatever reason, you don't have to. You can say, I'm happy if you're wanting to do that, but I'm going to do these other things and finish them first before I take on any new projects, right? You have the right to say that, and there are things here that you are finishing, projects that you're wrapping them up, and it feels really good. There are other things which are just naturally coming to an end. Some of those may not feel very good, actually. Either way, when there's an ending, there's always a new beginning starting later. And so There's no need for any sadness or any regret, certainly, because everything just naturally does this. It works in cycles in our life, right? The human world is like that. The earth world is like that. The seasons are like that. Everything goes in a cycle, you know. Be sad about the ending of something if you want to, because you enjoyed it, but don't be sad because you didn't want it to end or whatever. Like it's a natural thing. It's a natural thing. And then, the next time you blink almost, there will be a new thing comes in for you. And, because you've made room by the other thing ending or by you finishing up a project, well, now you do have time and space. Take a deep breath in between, have a moment, of just, getting to relax and enjoy the ending of that thing. And then the new thing is there and you can step right into it, rejuvenated, refreshed, It's a really good thing. It truly is a very good thing. This also, it feels very much like it's a heart-centered thing that's just finished. And so it could be the end of a relationship that maybe was not serving you anymore, that was starting to hurt you or had been hurting you for quite a while maybe. And by the ending of that, now you can let your heart heal. Yeah. You can also, they're telling me that some of you are helping other people heal their hearts too. And you're doing that not really by deliberately, working with them or whatever, although some of you may be therapists and things like that who do that. But in general, this feels like you're doing this, you're working through this for yourself, you're learning it, you're getting through it very, very well, and people are seeing that, and that gives them hope and initiative, I guess, to do the same thing. They may even come and talk to you about it and ask how you're getting through those things. And so then you can share what you're doing. It does feel very much like your heart has been hurting. It's been kind of sore for a while already, and you're doing your best. And sometimes you're just kind of like, well, you know what? To hell with it. I can't do any better, even though somebody's expecting that of me. And so some of you, it feels like this heart healing is that you're saying to the other person, this is the best I can offer. Anything else you have to do yourself. I can't do it for you. I've been trying. It doesn't work, right? And so, because it doesn't, a person who is an empath will try always to take on the stress, the trauma from somebody in order to assist the other person. They think, if I can take some of that from them, then they can be without it. But it doesn't work that way. The other person still has it, just now you have it too. So it is not helpful at all. Even though they enjoy that you're trying, they feel more loved that way, but they still have their problem. So if you can step back and say, okay, I can observe you and I can support you and I can assist you that way, but I will no longer be taking on your garbage because it's not mine and that hurts me. Right? So in that way, you are more available to help them as well. Right? Hopefully I've said that all well enough that you can understand that. So, helpful person. So this is you. You are the helpful person. This is also people around you. Yeah, it's a really nice balance of give and receive for you right now. So you are doing a lot for other people. You're assisting other people. It feels like you're always available to help somebody else. Anybody who needs assistance, you're there. But the rest of it is also true. It's anytime you need assistance, just ask. People don't necessarily know unless you're asking, right? So when you say something to the people around you and say, I'm going to need help on this day with these kinds of things, are you available? Then most of them will make themselves available. Yeah, because you make yourself available to them, right? It's really a nice balance, a give and take, give and receive. And so those people are around you, so please never feel like you're alone, because you're not. You are never alone. You've got more people than you can ever imagine who are there to assist you, to be with you, to support you in whatever ways you need. Yeah, never doubt that. That is always the case. Okay, so what thing is it that you've got on the go? It's a new project of some kind. It's something. Is it new work? Is it a new job? For some of you, that feels very much like it is. Some of you, it feels like a new home. Some new relationships, but that's not really what they're talking about here. Anyway, whatever new project it is, thing that you're doing, ask the experts. You know, it might be lawyers, it might be accountants, it might be tax specialists, it might be construction workers, or like companies, or things like that. Ask the experts. Don't take the word of the person trying to sell. I'm not quite sure that's accurate. Anyway, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, if you're buying something, don't take the word only of the seller. If you're building something, don't take the word only of the layperson or the friend. Ask the person who directly does this. Like if you're moving something, like a building or something, then get the advice of the trucking company who does the moving, not the guy who did it once, or who hired somebody to do it once, or whatever, right? So get the advice of the experts. It's possible you'll have to pay them for their time to give you the advice, but it's worth it. It's worth it. You will learn things that you didn't even think about, and then you'll know the true, whole, full story before you get in too deep to get out, right? It's quite possible that you will still do the thing. It's just now you'll know everything, right? Then there won't be those surprises. Surprises are never a good thing when you've got a big project on the go, even a small project, right? So definitely consult the experts on this. Even when the person that you're interacting with is somebody you absolutely love and trust, they just might not quite know everything, or their perspective might be a little different than what somebody else's is, right? It's not that you don't trust them. Absolutely, you do, and you can, and you should. But there's somebody else who has a different point of view to present to you, just to make it so that you are not ever blindsided by something. It's saving your relationship with that person that you trust is what's happening, right? Yeah. So, Mother Earth, you're called upon to help with environmentalism. Yeah, we all are. Every person on Earth is called upon to help preserve our Earth, because otherwise where would we live, right? At this moment, we can't sustainably live in space. So for now, this Earth is what we've got. And so just like our house, our home, our vehicle, or whatever, it's up to us to maintain it so that we will have it for a long, long time. And so when you're outside, pick up garbage that you see on the ground. Don't throw chemicals down the drain. Dispose of them in the most appropriate way that we have available right now. Plant trees. Use the earth in a pure and intentional way. And that way she will stay healthy and in good humor. I know some of you think that's funny. I kind of do too. But we need the earth to stay in good humor so that she will continue to feed us, so that the nutrients will always still be there to feed our bodies and to nourish our souls. And that the soil is there to keep us grounded and to keep us at the beautiful frequency that's the same as Mother Earth, because that's how we function best. And I think we've forgotten that a lot. People work in cement cities, right? And in high rises, and they rarely contact the earth at all, if ever. And you know, in general, our health is suffering as humanity, and so we need to, you know, come back to earth. We need to get back in contact with the soil and with the trees and the grass and everything else. We need to grow some food and enjoy that. And so whichever portions of those things that you can realistically accomplish, if what you can do is go lay in the park on a Saturday afternoon with your skin, some of your skin touching the soil, then that's what you need to do. And when you've walked there and you've walked back, pick up any garbage that you see. Yeah. So, you know, there's some merit definitely to reducing our use of plastics. It is, though, so prevalent that you know, the little things that we as individuals do, they certainly do add up, but we can't have a big enough impact to really make that big of a difference. I know a lot of you will disagree with that. That's what I'm getting. Like I personally don't know that I believe that or don't believe that, but that's what's coming through as the message. That is how this works. When the angels talk to me, I just kind of blurt it out. You know, when they're giving it to me in a feeling or in a picture or something like that, then I have to translate it to words, but I don't change the message ever. I only give you what I'm getting, right? Unless I deliberately tell you that this is my experience or whatever. But so that's what they're just telling me, that it's like the bigger corporations and the countries that control things like that they're putting in less effort than what the individual is. And so the individuals together can make certainly an impact, but we have to get the countries on board as well, and the big corporations. So, okay, and so now we have saved the best for last. Prosperity. That feels awesome, doesn't it? That prosperity is right there, ready for you to grab on. It's in fact, it's for many of you, it's there already. They're giving me this picture of a person. You're kind of like you're in a shower, except it's not water. It's all the prosperity. It's all the beautiful things. It's all the abundance in all ways. So not only money, but food and time and relationships and joy and fresh air and enjoyment. Like all those things is just pouring down upon you. And just all you have to do is put your hands out. And there it is. It fills your hands. It's so awesome. It's beautiful. And it looks really good on you. That's fabulous. Okay. So here we go. This is the daily guidance deck. So I've just pulled one last card. Okay. Opportunity to forgive. Yeah. So that prosperity and everything, that part of that is the willingness for you to stop judging people and forgive them for the times that you think you've been judging them. Because the only time that you feel like forgiveness is necessary is if you have been sitting in judgment of somebody, right? Truly, what they're doing is just where they're at. That's what they do. And for you to sit there and say, oh, they're doing it wrong, or what they're doing hurts me, it's kind of not valid, right? Instead, look to yourself and see why does that activity hurt you? What is it in you that is being triggered? What is it in you that you need to forgive so that you are no longer triggered? It all comes back to you. We're so taught to, in our whole society, we're taught to always do things based upon how our effect is on other people. Yeah, there's some validity to that. There totally is. You're not going to go around calling people names and deliberately being hurtful and mean and things like that. Of course you're not. But it's more about you than it is about anybody else. And we're kind of taught that that's selfish. And the angels are saying, no, that is not selfish at all. You as the individual are the only one who can look after you, the individual. right? You're the only one who can change your point of view, your perspective. You're the only one who can heal your old trigger things. You're the only one who can decide how to be. And so, like, you can't control anybody else. You know, if you can, it's not a good, healthy thing. You can be influenced by other people, but not controlled by them, right? And same with you trying to do any controlling. Just stop, right? Just be forgiving, be accepting. Understand that people are at where they're at, and where they're at is different than where you're at. So when you're thinking you don't agree with them, well, guess what? They don't agree with you either. So who's to say who's right? That's just beside the point completely. And so the more that you can offer forgiveness and acceptance, the happier you are going to be. Okay, that is world advice. That's life advice for sure, right there. Can you help me, please, right now, Capricorn? Let's offer that forgiveness to the whole world and to all the people in it. Let's just flood them with love and acceptance, so that they notice, so that they step back and go, wow, now it's me having that shower of abundance. Because that's what this is. Beautiful. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much, and I love you, and I'll see you next week.